Hi there, and welcome to Aging Fearlessly. I'm Guillermo Vidal, your host. Well, I just kicked myself in the butt for actually thinking that a TV program could be created in today's day and age to highlight the best of people over 60. This was actually my hope when I first saw all the hype for ABC's The Golden Bachelor. But after watching the first episode, my wishful thinking was totally annihilated. What was I thinking about? Since when does reality TV have anything to do with reality? But I must admit I was fooled at first when I started watching the show, seeing Bachelor Jerry Turner reminiscing about losing his wife. This is a very moving part of the show. But by the time his 22 prospective lovers were introduced, the show returned to the same bullshit script that they have used in other Bachelor shows. The only difference is that in this one, the people are older, but they're not really behaving any different than their much younger counterparts in past shows. So then what is The Golden Bachelor really about? Well, this is what I think. It's about entertainment. It's not meant to educate. Very little is real. The producers, writers, directors, and members of the cast are doing exactly what they are paid to do. Create drama that will get people to tune in so then they can sell advertisements for the show. It was totally mistaken to think that a cast with older people would bring better results. I forgot that there's some kind of script being followed here and that the contestants are being coached to maximize their emotions so they can add to the drama. In any event, I apologize for my mistake. Yet, I feel the need to comment on two perspectives being shown in this program that I think totally misrepresent the importance of an individual's role in any relationship. Both of these concepts are foundational blocks to anyone who wants to create their absolute best life in their remaining years. So let me state the first one. You were created perfectly as one whole being. You don't need anyone out there to complete you. Jerry Turner contradicts this concept when he explains in the introductory phase of The Golden Bachelor that he's looking for someone that can be his other half. Now we know that this idea that there's a person out there that is your other half has been around for a long time. I remember that it was highly promoted by the famous movie Jerry Maguire, where the main character tries to convince his lover to return to him when he tells her, "You complete me." Gag me with a spoon, please. What a bunch of crap. The fact is that having a partner in life is a choice. It's not a human need. You can live perfectly happy alone, and many people do. Yet our society has promoted this idea of your other half so much that people will stay in loveless and even abusive relationships, thinking that the alternative of being alone is worse because it's unnatural. Don't be afraid of being alone. It is a fine way to live. And I gotta tell you, in order to age fearlessly, you must be comfortable with either choice, to live alone or have a partner. The second concept I want to speak to is this idea of falling in love as portrayed in The Golden Bachelor. After meeting the Bachelor, many of the women competing for his attention are already claiming that they're falling in love with him. For real. Now give me a break. These are the kinds of words you might hear from a teenager. But from people in their 60s, that just can't be. Because one of the things you discover as you get older is that love at first sight turns out to simply be lust at first sight. Now I'll be the first to say there's nothing wrong with physical attraction. We all know that being attracted to your partner is a wonderful aspect needed to create the physical intimacy that is part of any relationship. But physical attraction is not the only basis for the kind of love you need to have in a long-term relationship. Now, if this is what defines love for you, physical attraction, then I got to tell you, chances are good you have some important lessons still to learn. As for me, my life lessons have taught me that the basis of true love begins with learning to love yourself. Simply put, if you cannot love yourself, you cannot expect someone else to know how to do it for you. Unfortunately, chances are the people in your life, parents, siblings, teachers, etc., didn't teach you this. And that lack of knowledge has created problems for you in relationships. It has for me. I was brought up with the idea that taking care of my needs came last, if ever. So it's taken me a lot of self-examination and recalibration for me to learn to love myself. It takes many years to realize the importance of learning yourself. You may have to go through, as I did, many failures, disappointments, and betrayals before you're able to do it. Now, I'm sure most of the people in this show have learned their own version of this, but we're only going to be sold the fantasy of the Golden Bachelor. Don't buy it. It is not real. Physical attraction is not the only foundation to base a relationship on. If it was, relationship would be much easier. But you and I know they're not. Now, learning to love yourself is an important aspect of aging fearlessly, because doing so allows you to know how you want to be loved and understood. In turn, this then allows you to learn how your partner wants to be loved and understood as well. Now, this will lead partners who truly love each other to make their most important commitments. 1, accepting each other for who they are. 2, supporting each other to grow in the present. And 3, encourage each other to become who they were meant to be, regardless of where that may take them. It takes time and devotion to get to this point. A lot of dates and serious deep discussions to learn about each other. The fact that Mr. Turner is slated to pick the woman he will spend the rest of his life with at the end of the series might be entertaining to watch. But man, I feel sorry for the Golden Bachelor and his future partner, because that relationship will be built upon a house of cards. And when you're that age, man, what a waste of valuable time. Anyway, thank you for watching, and be sure to come back again. I'll be here to greet you.